Good evening and welcome to News Now. I am Ispriha Bailum and you're watching 5 Top Stories at 5 p.m. Before we start with the headlines, I would like to tell you that we have a very special guest joining us shortly. The Finance Minister, Health Minister, Education Minister, Planning and Development Minister and Tourism Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, who will be enlightening us about the current state of elections in Assam. Let's start with the headlines. The Indian Premier League IPL is knocking at our door and will start from April 9. The season opener will be played between Virat Kohli's Royal Challengers Bangalore and Mumbai Indians, who lifted the trophy last year. These matches will be behind closed doors with 0 spectators in 6 cities: Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru, Mumbai, Ahmedabad and Delhi. As the COVID cases are rising in Maharashtra, the Multiplex Association of India (MAI) tweeted on 31st March requesting Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to not implement a total lockdown. The tweet read, "A number of livelihoods are dependent on the cinema industry. After a long wait is on its path to recovery. Strict protocols and adherence to SOPs should be a solution rather than a second lockdown," says President of MAI. Alright, moving on. The Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, has accused the Bharatiya Janata Party of booth capture in Nandigram. Mamata Banerjee was seen complaining to Governor Jagdeep Dhankar over the phone. She said that they didn't allow local people to cast their vote. The leader of Trinamool Congress has also accused the Election Commission of not taking action despite a formal complaint by her party. Viewers, you can see that right here, Mamata Banerjee was also injured at the moment and she was seen on a wheelchair going towards the protest that was happening in Nandigram. She refused to give interviews to the journalists over there and she said that she will be giving the interview once she reaches the spot. And also she said that her car was being attacked by a lot of goons. She's also accused BJP to have had alliance with the CPM to have an attack on her, and she has also on a lot of occasions mocked the BJP leaders that they will not be able to come to West Bengal. They will not be able to rule West Bengal till she is there. She is very, very confident about her vote. She is very, very confident about her winning all the seats in West Bengal, but still the BJP leaders are saying that they might get a majority this year. Viewers, right now we have a breaking news coming in from Assam, where the phase 2 of Assam elections has started today. We have Ishana joining us from Nagaon, Assam. Ishana, can you hear me? Well, Ishana is right now near a polling booth in Nagaon where there are a lot of people who have come to exercise their right. Ishana, can you hear me there? Hello viewers, my name is Ishana and currently I am standing in front of the polling booth at Nagaon, and the first phase of Assam elections have just got over, and we have a few people who have agreed to give some interviews about the current situation out here, so I would like to go to them. Hello sir, so my question to you is that the first phase of Assam elections have just got over, and we all know that now it's primarily BJP versus Congress going on, but what do you have to say about the current situation? What do you think, who will come power in the next upcoming elections?
Thank you. Actually, it is very difficult to say about the results. But initially, it was predicted that BJP will get a clean verdict. But now it is very difficult to say because now Congress and its allied parties are also coming up very, getting very popularity in different locations. So I think there will be a very tough competition. At the juncture, we cannot say what we get the power, but whoever will get the power, it will be very, very small margin.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the short interview. Thank you. Hello, sir. My question for you is that we are conducting an election during the pandemic, and we all know that the situation is getting worse. So, do you think that the safety protocols that should be taken for an election that is being held during the pandemic is being followed here?
Technically, it's not possible because there are almost a million people going out for the vote. There are billion people in India, even though we consider a small percentage of them are even voting, you have to maintain the social distancing of 6 meters, which is not possible. And even thinking about that makes the line almost 1 kilometer long, which is not being seen here. And I don't believe that whatever we are seeing in this pandemic will be hygienic to a certain degree.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So, Spriha, like you could see, the opinions were very varied, and Sir said that the safety protocols are not being followed, and also the margin between BJP and Congress will be very, very low. So, we are looking forward to a very exciting result of the elections. Thank you so much. Over to you. So viewers, that was the update from the elections that are being conducted from Nagaon, Assam. Currently, we have with us Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. We have him on call. Sir, can you hear me now? Yes, sir. Thank you so much for connecting with us. We have a few questions for you, and it would be our honor if you could answer a few of those. Sir, the first question for you is that the CAA protests in Assam are still going on in some places. The people still do not want to accept it. How do you think that will affect the votes for BJP this year? Thank you, sir. So, the next question is that when the whole world is still fighting for their life, you have given a statement stating that there is no coronavirus and that the masks are not mandatory and no longer necessary. Do you think that an influential person who is at your position should refrain from making such comments? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your interview. Thank you. We would now like to take a short break. We will be right back. Hello and welcome back to News Now. I am Spriha Bailung and you're watching 5 Top Stories at 5 p.m. March 31st, 2021 was the last date for linking PAN to Aadhaar. On Wednesday, several people faced technical issues by linking their PAN to Aadhaar in the very last minute. In the meantime, the public shared some hilarious memes to describe the situation. Superstar Rajinikanth will be honoured with the 2019 Dada Saheb Phalke Award, which he will receive on May 3rd. PM Narendra Modi tweeted on 1st April, "Popular across generations, a body of work few can boast of. Diverse roles and an enduring personality. That's Shri Rajinikanth ji for you. It is a matter of immense joy that Thalaiva has been conferred with the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Congratulations to him." That is all for now. Thank you so much for watching. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है स्प्रिहा बाइलुंग और आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं न्यूज नाउ पर। हाल ही में बॉलीवुड में फिल्म फेयर का आयोजन किया गया, जहां सर्वश्रेष्ठ महिला कलाकार बेस्ट एक्टर फीमेल का पुरस्कार अभिनेत्री तापसी पन्नू को उनकी फिल्म थप्पड़ के लिए दिया गया। लेकिन आज हम थप्पड़ के विषय में बात नहीं करेंगे। आज हम यह फिल्म कौन सी फिल्म के लिए एक थप्पड़ थी उस विषय में बात करेंगे। जी हाँ, आज हम बात करेंगे कबीर सिंह के बारे में। कबीर सिंह एक ऐसी कहानी है जहां कॉलेज में एक लड़का और एक लड़की को प्यार हो जाता है। उनकी प्रेम कहानी में कई उतार चढ़ाव आते हैं और अंत में वह दोनों साथ आ जाते हैं। यह फिल्म जब रिलीज हुई थी तब कई सारे लोगों ने इस पर प्रश्न किए। जहां एक तरफ कबीर सिंह के किरदार की सराहना हो रही थी, वहीं दूसरी तरफ लोगों ने इस बात पे सवाल किया कि कबीर सिंह ने आखिर प्रीति को थप्पड़ कैसे मार दिया। यह फिल्म बॉक्स ऑफिस में 350 करोड़ से भी ऊपर कमा चुकी है, लेकिन आलोचकों ने इस पर कई सारे प्रश्न किए थे। जहां एक तरफ लोग कह रहे थे कि फिल्म को फिल्म के रूप से देखना चाहिए, वहीं दूसरी तरफ लोग ये भी कह रहे थे कि फिल्म को गंभीर रूप से देखने की आवश्यकता है, क्योंकि लोग कई ज्यादा फिल्मों से प्रभावित होते हैं, खास करके युवा। तो दर्शकों को इस फिल्म में क्या क्या गलत लगा वो अब मैं आपको बताऊंगी। पहला, कबीर सिंह लोगों को मारता है और उसे उससे गर्वित महसूस होता है। दूसरा, एक नई लड़की कॉलेज में आई है और वो उसे अपनी जायदाद समझ बैठा है। तीसरा, वो एक लड़की को बिना उसकी मर्जी के किस कर देता है। चौथा, वो लड़की के घर वालों से बदतमीजी करता है और उन्हें धमकाता है जब वो शादी से मना कर देते हैं। और पांचवा, वो शराब और ड्रग्स के नशे में रहकर लोगों की जान बचाता है अस्पताल में। अब चलिए जानते हैं कि शाहिद कपूर जिन्होंने ये किरदार निभाया और इस फिल्म के जो निर्देशक है संदीप रेड्डी वांगा, उन्होंने इस विषय में क्या कहा। संदीप रेड्डी वांगा ने यह कहा कि यदि आप अपने पार्टनर को थप्पड़ ना मार सके, किस ना कर सके, गाली ना दे सके, मुझे वहां जज्बात नहीं नजर आते। इसी कथन को लेकर ट्विटर पे कई सारे लोगों ने अपने विचार व्यक्त किए और काफी ज्यादा इसके बारे में चर्चा हुई। शाहिद कपूर ने कई हफ्ते बाद इसके विषय में बात की और उन्होंने ये कहा कि उन्होंने बचाव किया अपनी फिल्म का और अपने किरदार का, ये कहते हुए कि कबीर सिंह जो है वो अपनी ही कहानी का हीरो भी है और विलन भी है। उन्होंने ये तक कह दिया कि बाजीगर फिल्म जब रिलीज हुई थी तब जब शाहरुख खान के किरदार ने हीरोइन को गोली मार दी तब किसी ने सवाल नहीं उठाया, और जब संजू रिलीज हुई थी तब जब रणबीर कपूर ने सोनम कपूर पे टॉयलेट सीट जब रख दी तब किसी ने सवाल नहीं उठाया। तो आज हर कोई कबीर सिंह के पीछे क्यों पड़ा है, इसको भी लेकर लोगों ने सोशल मीडिया पर अपने विचार व्यक्त किए। उन्होंने कहा कि ये दोनों फिल्मों में जो प्रेम कहानी दिखाई गई है उसका जो अंत है वो सुखी नहीं होता है, जबकि कबीर सिंह में यह दिखाया गया है कि इतनी सारी गलत हरकतें करने के बावजूद कबीर सिंह को आखिर में प्रीति मिल जाती है, जो वो ये प्रकाशित कर रहे हैं इससे कि प्यार में सब कुछ जायज है। तो मैं दर्शकों से यही कहना चाहूंगी कि ये जो सिलसिला है फिल्मों के बारे में बात करने का और उनके बारे में जानने का, अब प्रश्न उठाने का, वह कब तक चलता रहेगा ये हम में से कोई नहीं जानता। परंतु यदि आपको कभी भी कोई फिल्म देखकर कुछ गलत लगे तो अपने विचार व्यक्त करने में कभी संकोच मत कीजिएगा। इसी के साथ मैं विदा लेती हूं। धन्यवाद।